And the Pentagon says breakdowns on multiple levels led to the deaths of 4 Americans during the ambush in Niger. Their report pointed out that these broad failures, but did not really assign any direct blame. Dan Cohen has that story.
Until the incident in October, most Americans had no idea that U.S. forces were operating in Niger. By the end of the Islamic State ambush, 5 Nigerians, 4 Americans, and 21 Islamic State militants were dead. The New York Times reported the incident as a routine, low-risk patrol with little chance of encountering the enemy. But the Pentagon's report said U.S. Special Forces and their Nigerian counterparts went out on a counterterrorism operation, quote, targeting a key member of ISIS. Here's what U.S. Africa Commander General Thomas Waldhauser had to say.
The investigation discovered the process for staffing the teams at home station did not align with the pre-deployment training programs. This resulted in key billets, such as the team leader, taking charge of the unit well into the pre-deployment workup period.
Task and Purpose columnist Paul Soldier called the report shameful, saying 4 American soldiers are dead because their mission was repeatedly and hastily changed. They were given thin-skinned vehicles with no heavy weapons, had no air support or medevac support nearby, and apparently not enough intelligence that could have told them a force of 50-plus insurgents was working to surround them with mortars, heavy machine guns, and rocket-propelled grenades. Most of these problems can be traced back to the team's leadership, but instead, this report seems to give them a pass. I spoke with Abayomi Azikiwe, editor for the Pan-African Newswire, about the operation and the U.S. military presence in Niger.
The initial reports indicated something totally different than what was issued by the Pentagon. They are, in some respects, admitting to failures in the mission. However, at the same time, there are many unresolved issues surrounding this whole episode.
Azikiwe argued the fight against Islamic State militants is a pretext for larger U.S. aims in the region.
Now, with respect to Niger, which is located in West Africa, the country has one of the largest known sources of uranium in the world. The French company Areva owns and controls the mining of uranium inside that country. This is a strategic interest for the United States as well, considering the fact that it is retooling its own nuclear weapons program.
In Washington, Dan Cohen, RT.